texting and driving. I'd be safer texting and driving by myself.
Yeah.
As opposed to freaking having a wife and kids and everything else.
That's why if I get nervous, I go to the fucking back so I don't yell, but then they're screaming just fucking around. Our transit day from Moab, Utah to Kanab, Utah.
Yep.
And we went through
Capitol Reef
National Park.
This is the overview. So you see there, that's our campground we were at Moab. Took a detour off of Interstate and went to this little area, Capitol Reef National Park.
And then we took a hike through there. We went through the visitor center.
And a lot of treacherous driving that Chantel was freaking out about.
It was, parts of it were good driving and parts of it were like really freaky driving.
Yeah.
So, but it was absolutely beautiful. Like, I can't wait to go back through this area again.
I was going to talk about the difference of terrain that we saw. It went from like really red sandstone-y rock to like almost
white.
Yeah, almost like, I don't know if it's granite but you can Google it and see that. But this is where we came out of, coming up from Moab in the interstate.
And also the terrain changed from like kind of open rock to on the other side of Capitol Reef. We got into like a lot of trees and stuff.
Yep.
Because we eventually went through, we passed by Bryce Canyon, was it Bryce Canyon? Yeah, we eventually passed by Bryce Canyon and stuff, and it was a lot of trees and stuff through there before we got down into Kanab.
So I think we got on the road around 8 o'clock in the morning.
To Capitol Reef, probably 11 o'clock.
Yeah. So this is where we turned off the interstate, and it's pretty neat. This road was like I think we were on it for like 2 hours, but I saw like maybe 2 cars the entire time we were on it.
Yep, and there was a state park off of there too. That looked really neat. I think it was Goblin State Park.
Yeah.
So some days in our travels it would be really cool to stay at that state park. Is what I had decided.
Oh, you decided that.
Don't you think?
I just drive the RV where you want to go.
Someday I will help you drive. I'm gonna get brave someday in life. Why are you about to throw up, Elise? I'm gonna get brave. I'm gonna prove it to you.
You weren't even driving. We were going through the fucking Rocky Mountains. You weren't even driving. You had to go sit in the back of the bed because you're, like, crying.
That was the very first time because it was raining. And we were going downhill.
It was sprinkling.
It was pouring rain!
I'll put a link to the video. You guys can decide for yourselves. But you kind of see here the terrain starts changing. I think what river was this? It was the... Like, we pretty much followed this river. I can't remember what it was called. I'll put the name up in the text once we get up there. There's a couple small towns we passed through. It was pretty neat looking. Still some semblances of the Wild West.
Definitely the Wild West.
I think pretty much all the kids were still kind of sleeping.
Yeah, it was nice and quiet at the time.
So a couple of times where we're trying to friggin' drive, and then Chantel got freaked out because this is where we started getting higher in elevation and a little bit narrower in roads.
But it was so cool looking. I love what it looked like. I mean, I stayed in that front passenger seat for a long time. I don't think I ever left it, actually.
I think you might have went to the back once.
Maybe.
You can see here the terrain switching from the red rock to the more of the white. I don't know what kind of rock that is. Limestone, maybe. It's not limestone, is it?
I don't know.
Weird.
I didn't do so well in geology class in college.
What are you saying?
It's a twisty windy road coming up.
Yeah.
So this is on the... We're almost to... At this point, I think we're almost to the park. It's just a lot of driving. But this is the the eastern side of Capitol Reef. And unfortunately, Capitol Reef is a very narrow park from east to west or west to east, but it's a really long park from north to south. So it doesn't take long to drive through it from east to west, but we didn't get to see much. Someday I plan to definitely go back to Capitol Reef.
We'll put everything on top.
What?
Fuck away.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, here you go.
Let's get around the curb.
I'm trying to, darling. Stop freaking out. I'm also trying to get us up this hill. The wind's pushing us. fine now.
I wasn't freaking out at this point. I thought it was pretty flat.
Yeah, I think we're entering the park here pretty soon.
I do start freaking out in this area.
Yeah.
This is where I start freaking out because I remember right where we passed that other RV in that area that I started freaking out.
What?
This is fucking stupid.
Well,
Stupid fucking roads.
it's the route. This is the only way into the fucking park. What do you want me to do?
Right.
Just breathe.
I can't. If we could go like 30, I'd be fine.
Well, I need to keep my speed up to go uphill. You don't understand freaking potential kinetic energy.
I do.
Look at the sign.
Break for the sign.
There's the sign. Look, the sign for the park.
Where do I go?
I don't know.
Well, here, let's freaking go here. You want to take a picture?
Right now I want to stop and take a picture of the entrance to the park because that's what I like to do with every national park we visit. Was that actual picture? Or was that the picture
That was
of?
the picture you took.
Oh,
The thing about this park was there wasn't a very good map. So we didn't know exactly where turnoffs were, where to stop for sites. But we did go to one site, it was the Hickman Bridge.
that was a cool hike. I liked that.
King Tom's getting around there. Alright, we have to go to the bathroom.
I'm pushing outside.
Not.
Go in the bathroom!
Well, I was going to go to the bathroom. There's a bathroom spot right there.
Yes, but those fucking people were like staring straight at us.
Wait till we get to the dinner.
They didn't want to turn us.
What's different? Why are you... We have a bathroom in here. Use the bathroom.
I could have used it earlier, but I'm just saying.
You couldn't have, because those people were telling me to get the fuck out of the way. We bought a fucking RV with a bathroom in it.
Strike up the
Well, we're
bear.
not Gary and Lorella and don't let them use the bathroom.
You probably took a shit in there earlier, but whatever. Alright, so where's the Hickman Bridge? I just need a couple minutes to fucking decompress for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
This park was so pretty. And there's so much. I mean, with that, it used to have a whole town in it.
That's why I think this is the Capitol Reef there. That's why it looks like a Capitol. It looks like the Capitol Dome.
And they named it after the Capitol Dome. Yeah. But I mean, even just right there, you can see all the different kind of landscapes right within the park, and the colors, all the different types of rock.
Oh. Oh, God. Oh, that's a lot of fucking snacks.
What?
I was like, where the fuck is everything?
The
Like, I
fuck?
know I bought shit.
Whoa, what?
Oh, God. You got
Oh, shit, the fuck?
I usually have these the fuck and the garden on
I did too.
We haven't even rolled up.
Yeah, that's why I divided them in half.
Shit,
Yeah.
Oh,
The height should
God.
God. Be gone on the first day.
oh shit,
Oh, God.
oh shit!
Oh.
The fuck?
Oh,
Oh shit! The fuck? God, it's like way too far up here. The fuck? Yeah. Ho ho ho!
Bill, let's go, Bill.
Well, we have to see the dinosaur track. Bill!
Oh.
Bill.
Bill!
Who the fuck is Bill?
Bill! Bill!
That's how old people talk to them. That's how old ladies talk to their husband.
Your grandma does this. She just, Gary!
Bill,
Gary!
let's go.
Wow.
now.
This is where we pulled into the pullout
Yeah.
for the Hickman Bridge. As you see, no one was there when we first pulled up. So here's the river we're following. What's it called? I don't remember what it's called.
Can you see it on the map?
No. Hickman Bridge. Follow that trail up there. And ends up right there, and there's the actual bridge formation. Right here, at this point right here.
It seemed like an easy trail, but it was a lot uphill.
Yeah.
And it was hot. And it wasn't supposed to be... I thought the trail was like what I say. I thought it was a half a mile, and it was turned out to be longer than that. That's why the maps weren't very... That's what we said, the maps weren't very good. We didn't have good information on this park.
Yeah.
So we didn't take our backpacks, which we had always taken in all the other parks, and we totally misjudged that. So we had just taken our one water bottle. And she's like, I'm dying. And she was crabby. You can notice it in all her pictures at this park. Capitol Reef.
What?
Elise was crabby in all of her pictures at Capitol Reef National Park. That's why you don't remember it.
See those clouds in the background? They became a factor later in the day. Back from some rain. Luckily, Chantel had to sleep through it. And here's the trailhead sign for the Hickman Bridge. Pretty neat. Yeah, I'm being like a mile out and a mile back, I think.
Mm-hmm. And I think I thought it was a half-mile round trip, I think. I think I thought it was or
Yeah.
something. I don't know what I thought.
Just like we did at Arches, spent some time. It ended up being pretty nice and cool underneath the actual bridge / arch, so we hung out there for a little bit.
But going back it was a lot easier, obviously. Because it was mainly downhill. But it was still out in the open sun. There was a little reprieve here and there from the sun, but not a lot.
we are trying to pull out of the. As you see, a couple hours later, it got a little bit more crowded. So we had to maneuver a little bit to get ourselves out of there. And then we continued on to the visitor center. And that was an adventure of itself, but I think I took some of the footage out because there's a lot of cursing and this video's already over 20 minutes, so.
And we had, this is our first time that we took the RV towing the car on the dolly through a national park.
Yeah.
We had just driven the car the other times through national parks.
Yeah, so trying to find a spot to park at the visitor center was tough. I had to go down this road and do a quick turnaround of the campground they had down there. But yeah, throughout this whole time, a lot of four-letter words were said. A lot of yelling.
Yelling at kids yelling at us not sure what to do.
Yeah, I think we ended up just pulling off the side of the road. Saying screw it.
We didn't want to get too far down this road and not have a place to turn around, getting out of the town of Fruta. So, because once again, like we said, the maps of this area were not good because we hadn't been to the visitor center, and the maps online were just.
Texting and driving. I'd be safer texting and driving by myself.
Yeah.
As opposed to freaking having a wife and kids and everything else.
That's why
And the rest of the day was driving through the rain to get to Kanab, so pretty boring. But I think the next stop was Bryce Canyon.
No, we just drove past it because.
I know, but the next video is of Bryce Canyon.
Oh yeah, because we made it to Kanab, and then the next day we went to Bryce Canyon.
Yep. So like, subscribe, comment, share.
And we'll see you next time.
Yep. Bye.